Now on CoastTV News.
The very dry conditions continue for Delmarva with high pressure in control. A cool down is in store for the end of the week with a dry and cooler weekend. I'll have the details coming up.
Proposed hotel update. I'll tell you why the Belhaven Hotel purchased property on Baltimore Avenue.
Dagsboro alcohol sales decision. We have one less call in the Sussex County town will happen.
Here's a home run shot for Bateman. Touchdown Ravens.
5 touchdown passes and 5th straight win. We have Lamar Jackson's big night in Tampa Bay.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we're continuing with our 6 o'clock hour, everybody. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. It's Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024.
And shorts weather, Paige.
Maybe.
Who would have thought this close to Halloween that shorts would be the comfortable clothing option, at least for me?
That's right. Yeah, I was going to say this morning I had to wear a jacket because it is cold in the morning, but by this afternoon, I mean, no jacket. Shorts could be fine, all that good stuff.
Just for the record, I know I'm not wearing shorts currently.
He's not. He's wearing long pants.
Just want to make that clear.
Yes, that's right. It is a little chilly for that. But put them on, wear the jacket, take the jacket off. It's just one of those, we're used to this in between seasons.
Just a wacky weather part of the calendar year.
I think so. That's what we get, right, when we get all 4 seasons. So we'll bring in Bob right now. But Bob, this will even out eventually.
We're hoping so. Mother Nature has a way of evening things out. You get a dry stretch and then you get a wet stretch. We're just wondering when that wet stretch is going to be. Not in the near future. But you'll need your entire wardrobe today. The warm clothes this morning and then the summer-like clothes this afternoon. 45 in Delmar. A little chilly for shorts this time of day there. 45 in Salisbury. 48 in Seaford. So chilly inland. Upper 50s at the beaches. Bethany Beach 57 and Rehoboth right now you're at 58. Winds not a factor, a little bit of a breeze along the coast, but they're coming out of the west-southwest, looking at another dry, warm day. It is weather deja vu as we're looking at clear skies across Delmarva. High pressure in place keeps us high and dry. So futurecast this morning, warm up the car. We're in the 40s, but it's a quick warm up through the 50s, near 60 inland areas by 9:30, and at the beaches a little cooler by noon. You're only 65 in Fenwick Island, Bethany Beach 68, 75 in Millsboro, Georgetown 75. And then by the afternoon, I think there will be some places inland away from the beaches that will be at 80 degrees, otherwise 70s, and maybe some places only in the 60s at the beaches as it stays cool through the evening hours. Today's checklist, don't need the umbrella, unfortunately. This morning, make sure you have the heavier jacket and then have the shorts and T-shirts for this afternoon. I think we're looking at about a 40-degree temperature swing today. Warm beverage, a good idea out the door this morning. Also have the sunscreen handy and the sunglasses as well.
Thank you, Bob. In Rehoboth Beach, over the past few years, the effort has been made to build a hotel called the Belhaven. This will be above the Candy Kitchen on the boardwalk.
Now some plans for that project are moving forward. CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Rehoboth Beach. Elisa, offsite parking was recently approved for this hotel.
Matt and Paige, I'm currently standing on Baltimore Avenue at the site where that off-site parking actually could be built. And we say off-site because the Belhaven Hotel is proposed to go a couple of streets over on Rehoboth Avenue and Wilmington Avenue. And recently, the city approved a variance that eliminates the requirement for all of the hotel's parking to be on-site. This will actually allow for the hotel to add 15 additional rooms to the original 92 already approved. Here on Baltimore Avenue, the hotel can have up to 29 parking spots, and there will be up to 78 on-site underground on Rehoboth Avenue. And another hotel is looking to go right here on Baltimore Avenue, so there were some concerns about traffic brought up at that public meeting. But one business owner who we spoke with, who we'll hear from later, says that this change could actually be a good thing for this street. Back to you.
Lisa Weber, thank you for that. New this morning, Seaford officials attempting to get ahead of any potential water issues. The city is putting together a plan that will use state money. Mayor Matt McCoy and the City Council could actually vote tonight to approve their ability to receive $300,000 from the state of Delaware's Department of Health and Social Services Division of Public Health. This will be used to conduct a feasibility study to test for water contaminants and to build test wells. Seaford officials say the goal here is to develop a treatment policy for potential contaminants to the city's water.
Some developing news now in Dagsboro. The town council there voted not to change the hours of alcohol sales. A proposed ordinance would have limited the hours for bars and restaurants to 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Delaware law, however, states alcohol is allowed to be sold between 8 a.m. and 1 a.m. We went to Dagsboro to hear what people in the businesses that sell alcoholic beverages think about all of this. Here's what one owner told us.
From a financial perspective, if they do change the times, it's going to be a burden on everyone, not just us, every other establishment. But if they do keep it in place, and which we hope they do, it would be a relief.
We will have more on what went down there at that Dagsboro Council meeting coming up soon on Coast TV News Today.
Happening tonight in Lewis, the next step on the bike plan. It's been in development for over a year now, as recommendations to it will be reviewed by the Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee. Short-term plans that could see action are on West 4th Street with the placement of markings on the road. Similar action is being proposed for a section of 3rd Street, along with improving where it intersects with Savannah Road, and also intersection improvements on Sussex Drive in the area of the elementary school.
Just 2 weeks to go until Election Day. Former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan making his appeal to Hispanic voters. Hogan dropping this ad you're seeing on Monday. The ad features a testimonial from Centro de Habla Hispana CEO Dendry Aguila. She runs a business in Prince George's County, which is where his opponent, Democrat Angela Alsobrooks, is the county executive. According to Washington Post reporting back in 2018, Hogan then received 48% of the Hispanic vote in his successful bid for re-election as governor.
Brooks was also on the campaign trail over the weekend. We got video of her at an event with fellow Democrat Maryland Governor Wes Moore. This could end up being the most expensive Senate campaign in Maryland history. Brooks also has a slight edge over Hogan, having raised over $43 million.
And according to the political website The Hill, Brooks continues to hold a nearly 10-point lead over Hogan. This became an open seat after current Senator Ben Cardin announced he would not be seeking re-election. Brooks is attempting to keep that seat for the Democrats.
Happening tonight, Vice President Kamala Harris will have a sit-down interview with NBC's Hallie Jackson.
As Alice Barnow shows us, both Harris and former President Trump are promoting early voting.
Early voting begins in 4 states today, including battleground Wisconsin, joining the record numbers in several states who've already had their say.
I want to make sure my vote gets in.
Vice President Harris spent part of Monday in Wisconsin attacking former President Trump for refusing to debate her again, pulling out of recent interviews and raising eyebrows at his rallies.
He is pulling out of interviews left, right, and center. I think it does lead us, and it should lead us to observe that he is increasingly unstable.
She campaigned alongside former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney, with stops in Michigan and Pennsylvania, sharpening her appeal to Trump-skeptical Republicans in must-win states.
We might not agree on every issue, but she is somebody that you can trust and someone that our children can look up to.
Former President Trump focused on North Carolina.
I will end inflation. I will stop the invasion.
Touring damage from Hurricane Helene in Asheville.
I will support and totally complete the rebuilding of every region and town and city that was devastated by the hurricane. And
both he and the Republican National Committee chairman saying they have not seen any signs of cheating in the election.
We're so impressed, and I think they have a pretty good system here.
Though at a rally hours later, the former president renewed his claims without evidence that there could be widespread fraud.
The vote counter is more important than the candidate. That's been true, unfortunately.
Raising doubts as the votes flow in. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Search and rescue operations are underway in Roswell, New Mexico after historic rainfall triggered flash flooding over the weekend. So far, at least 2 people are dead. Hundreds more had to be rescued as fast-moving waters overtook parts of that city. It swept through homes and businesses. It flipped over vehicles, left mounds of mud and debris behind. According to the National Weather Service, nearly 6 inches of rain fell in just a matter of hours. That's higher than the previous record set back in 1901.
Last night, it was a big night for Lamar Jackson in Tampa Bay. The reigning MVP of the league threw 5 touchdown passes in the Ravens' 41-31 win over the Buccaneers. This is Baltimore's 5th straight win as they remain tied for first in the AFC North. We'll have more on this game later on Coast TV News Today.
Right now, though, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Coming up, bus driver boost. What is being considered in Ocean City to deal with longer wait times for bus pickups?
Also ahead, dealing with the drought conditions, how this dry weather is now affecting businesses along the coast.
And Chick-fil-A's App Adventure, how the restaurant chain is looking to bring more than just food to families. We have that story. Coast TV News Today is back after this.
I run things around here.
It's a night of Reba with Happy's Place before The Voice.
Happy's Place is open for business!
Then Reba takes on Snoop.
Are you not entertained?
It all starts tonight at 8, 7 Central on NBC.
Alec, what a lovely surprise.
Rose.
Do you two know each other?
We've worked together, yes.
Although in this case, it appears we'll be on opposite sides. My clients don't pay me to lose.
The Irrational, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Fall into planning at Belhaven Garden Center. Come check out our locally sourced collection of trees and shrubs, all shapes and sizes. Did you know that Belhaven is open 7 days a week? Join our garden club for big savings and first access to all sales promotions. Join us on October 19th through the 27th for our fall blowout sale, up to 50% off. Check Facebook and our Instagram pages for specific details. Located right off Route 16 in Ellendale. Belhaven, your go-to garden center.
I've been thinking about renovating my garage floor, and suddenly I'm seeing signs everywhere. The universe keeps hinting, even at my local gas company. Pinnacle Concrete is everywhere. And again, multiple signs at the print store. The signs are too strong to ignore. It's time to call. With so many options, my dream is taking shape. And now, I'm not just seeing signs, I'm living proof. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
As a math teacher, Matt Meyer knows that Delaware's tax system isn't adding up. So he has a plan to fix it. Give middle-class families a tax cut, invest in schools, and lower costs. But Mike Ramone's plan gives tax breaks to the ultra-rich, which could cut education by nearly $175 million. Matt Meyer knows these numbers don't add up. He'll make state taxes fair so families can get ahead. Vote Matt Meyer for governor.
6:12 on this chilly Tuesday morning. Bay Health Cam in Dover 55. Some places in the 40s out there. We've got 45 in Delmar, Seaford 48, Red and 48 as well. So warm up the car a little bit and make sure you have the heavier jacket. Upper 50s at the beaches from Bethany Beach to Rehoboth right now. Winds are light or calm, and they'll be light today. And once again, it's another dry day. I know it's a broken record. We're looking at high pressure building in and clear skies and a big temperature swing beginning in the 40s and 50s, and then a beautiful afternoon for golf. Look at that putt, Matt Pensick. Excellent, right on the cup. 81 degrees, chilly start, sunny and warm this afternoon. Enjoy.
I quote the great Happy Gilmore, somebody's been practicing. We move on, and this morning a Milton man, I should say, is facing over 5 felony charges that are related to home improvement fraud. According to Delaware State Police, Christopher Russell worked with Great Outdoor Sunrooms and Shade Solutions. He signed contracts with 5 people. He received over $118,000, but never started or completed contracted work. Russell was released on a $23,000 unsecured bond. Traffic update to tell you about in Seaford. Work is being done that will close part of Nylon Boulevard for a couple of days. So here is the area that we're talking about. It's between Harrington Street and Pennsylvania Avenue and Elm Street from Nylon Boulevard to South Willie Street. According to city officials, this is for the extension of a sewer main. It'll be closed from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day, and that work is expected to be completed by late Friday afternoon.
The Girl Scouts of the USA are raising their membership dues 160% over the next 2 years. The National Council voted to hike the prices from $25 to $45 in 2026. But then in 2027, those dues will increase again to $65 per scout. It's a smaller increase than what the $85 they originally proposed. Those membership dues are the organization's largest source of revenue. The Girl Scouts have faced some cash flow issues stemming from the pandemic, inflation, as well as just changing consumer behaviors. Something cool to check out now, Chick-fil-A is stepping into a new entertainment venture. It's going to bring more than just good food to families. The fast food chain is launching a new app called Chick-fil-A Play. The app was designed for parents and kids in mind to have the ultimate digital playground experience right at their fingertips. The app will include original animated shows, games, podcasts, kid-friendly crafts, and ebooks. The Chick-fil-A Play app will be available come November 18th. All right, we'll check it out. Still ahead this morning, coming up, businesses drying up, how those along the coast are adjusting to the drought conditions.
And we are looking at conditions that are obviously dry, but pretty mild at the beaches this morning. 58 in Lewis right now, 40s inland. We're looking at a big temperature swing today with a warm afternoon. And yes, the dry weather continues for the next several days. In fact, the dry weather continues perhaps for the rest of the month of October, with some cool downs, up and down temperatures to come. Your full forecast in 2 minutes.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
You ever just wanna... Yeah, that's fall in Pennsylvania. You can't spell plaid without PA, and that's no coincidence. There's a reason folks fawn over our foliage, pine for our pumpkins, and sigh for our apple cider donuts. Fall is just fallier here. It's almost not fair to the other states, so get here. Pennsylvania, the great American getaway.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
Welcome to the brand new Bath by Spicer Brothers showroom. Experience the future of bathroom remodeling. Bath by Spicer Brothers is Delmarva's exclusive BCI Elite dealer, offering more selections, styles, and colors, including options like the laser etched tile pattern system. Made in the USA, built for beauty and performance, our baths are durable, mold resistant, and guaranteed for life.
With no money down, no interest, and no payments until 2026, you have no reason to wait.
Call Bath by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
Time is 6:17 and you are looking live at Rehoboth Beach and the boardwalk area before sunrise there. Not a lot of people on the boardwalk right now, but Bob, with at least this dry weather we're having, it does allow for outdoor activities.
It certainly does, and one of those is checking out the leaves, Matt, and we're seeing some great foliage this time of year, and we know we have this dry stretch, so let's enjoy the great outdoors, but be careful out there. So the current foliage report has us patchy across much of Delmarva into Sussex County. Northwest Sussex County and points north and west, they are more moderate in colors. I've been seeing some gorgeous colors even here along the coast or close to the coast last few days, and then we're looking at near peak conditions into the higher terrain, the mountains, and the Appalachians. All right, let's talk about the bad news. The dry streak is now 25 days. Last measurable rain was on the 27th. We only picked up 0.13 of an inch. We have 34 days. That's a record back in 2001, and we're going to be cracking that top 5 driest periods as we go through the next few days. You can see the 5th one is 27 days. So we're going to be moving up this list as we go through the next few days, unfortunately, as it stays dry through the end of the month. 6 to 10 day forecast has us, well, very dry, I think, right through Halloween. It's cool out the door. 48 in Seaford, 48 in Redden, Delmar 45, but milder, mid to upper 50s at the beaches. Winds are light right now. That is common with high pressure. Watch for a little bit of patchy fog. Otherwise, it's clear skies with high pressure remaining in place. Dry from Maine all the way into the southeast. A little weather system across the Midwest. You can see this little swirl here across Iowa. Some clouds and showers there, but that system is not going to make it to us. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're in the 40s, but a quick rise. We're going to see about a 40-degree swing in temperatures today with the sunshine and the dry air. By noon, we're into the mid-70s. Inland at the beaches, some cooler 60s, so bundle up a little bit there, but upper 70s, I think some places, lower 80s later this afternoon away from the coast, but cooler at the beaches, and then cooling down this evening. Clear skies overnight, maybe a little bit of patchy fog tomorrow morning, some high clouds moving in off the ocean. Otherwise, we're a little warmer in the morning. morning. We're in the 40s and 50s, but then another warm day tomorrow, mid-70s by noon and then upper 70s by the afternoon hours, then cooling down into tomorrow evening. We do have a change on the way in the form of a cold front on Wednesday. Now, it's warm today and into Tuesday as well, but then that front swings through. You can see the green color indicating the chill that moves in on Thursday. Highs only in the 60s as we go into that time period. The temperatures moderate into Saturday before we see another cool down. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 81 today with sunshine. I think it's the warmest day of the week. Wednesday, 79, and then there's the cool down behind a front on Thursday. Mostly sunny, 67, 69 on Friday, so a little cooler than average. And the weekend, Saturday, partly cloudy, 72, and then sharply cooler Sunday, 62 with 30s as we go into Monday morning, and then Monday's high of only 64. So roller coaster temperatures and dry the next several days.
Definitely, Bob, and as you mentioned, dry, another day without rain, another business affected. Matt Carter runs Quest Adventures, and usually during this time of year, he's busy setting up bonfires. But since a burn ban was ordered, things have slowed down for him.
It's the season of a lot of our locals trying to enjoy their time, and we've had to probably cancel about 5 to 10 fires since it's been in place.
Carter is still taking reservations, but they're going to be for when that burn ban is lifted.
And this does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what concerns you most about this drought that we're in. So let's take a look at the updated results.
All right, what went down just a bit our last hour was this fire risk. It's now at 59%. Just 2% of you say the economic impact, 29% the water supply, and just 10% of you chiming in saying the environment. If you haven't voted yet, it's still up. You can vote. Go to coasttv.com/vote or vote on our mobile app.
Coming up, tackling wait time, the plan being reviewed there in Ocean City to improve its bus system. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
These fields are empty now, but soon they'll be alive.
Some teams can only dream to play it because they can't afford it. And that is why Toyota is sponsoring Delmarva's Dream Team.
We're looking for teams from any sport and any level. Each month, your Delmarva Toyota dealer will give one local team a $1,000 grant. And after the year, one finalist will receive an additional $3,000.
Nominate your dream team at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
DSN's Delmarva's Dream Team, sponsored by your local Toyota dealer.
Brian, what's the difference between treated wood and composite decking?
Treated wood decking costs less, but requires a lot of maintenance over the years. Composite decking looks like wood, but won't fade, curl, or rot. It's insect resistant, maintenance free, and comes with a lifetime warranty. Get composite decking for the same price as treated lumber through October, extended just for you.
Paul Davis can bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow.
And we'll give you an estimate that day.
Call Paul Davis, the restoration and remodeling experts.
When I asked for your vote 3.5 years ago to be your Sussex County Councilman, I pledged to find real solutions to problems in our community. We all know that we have a shortage of doctors and medical providers. Sussex County Council has worked aggressively with the Sussex Economic Development Committee to build a medical school here locally, which will bring doctors into our community who will stay here and provide services for generations to come. I ask for your vote on November 5th so I can continue the
You ride the buses in Ocean City, you may have noticed that they're taking a little longer than usual to pick you up. And last week, the Ocean City Council debated new ways to hire more part-time bus drivers. This will be for next summer. Ocean City had fewer drivers this year compared to 2023, and the town is now considering increasing pay and stepping up recruitment efforts. We went to Ocean City to learn if people there think this will be a solution, and here is what one woman told us.
I wish they would, just to make sure that, everybody gets to where they need to go.
And the council hopes that by adding these incentives for part-time bus drivers that there will be more for next summer that would lead to quicker pickup times.
If you're driving through the Circle in Georgetown, you might notice the cupola back on top of the Sussex County Courthouse. It's been a while. It's been down since May for refurbishment, including replacing the wood rot and repainting it. But it's back up now, and it will be up for the foreseeable future.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey back with us. Bob, earlier you mentioned checking out the foliage. Could be good weather for that. Also, another good day to hang out on the beach.
Yeah, I mean, let's take advantage of this dry weather. I mean, by checking out the leaves and enjoying the great outdoors in coastal Delaware and Maryland. We're looking at Chincoteague starting out pretty cool this morning, 55, the same for Assateague. We're going to see temperatures warming into the 60s and 70s as we go through the afternoon. Waves only around 1 to 2 feet, and make sure you have the sunscreen. UV index will be moderate. Fenwick Island, chilly start, but then 70s later on, and then lower 70s for you in Ocean City. On the Bayside, the next 3 days, we've got changes. 81 today in Cambridge, 79 Wednesday, then much cooler heading into Thursday. Windy and breezy, cool on Thursday, and then Crisfield, you're in the lower 70s today, so quite a bit cooler for you, and lower 70s Wednesday, then 64 on Thursday. So we're looking at up and down temperatures, but once again, very dry. In fact, I think dry for the rest of the month of October. More on this dry stretch and your full forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Hey Bob, also coming up, the last call considerations, the action taken last night in Dagsboro about alcohol sales in bars and restaurants.
Also, off-site parking plans, a change in Rehoboth Beach that could see additional parking for a hotel project, could also lead to additional rooms.
And bike plan proposals. We're looking at the action that could take place tonight in Lewis that's aimed at cyclists. Coast TV News Today will return in a moment.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Have you ever needed some help with selection and design layout in your renovated tile bathroom project, kitchen backsplash, or any other tile project? You don't have to go across the bridge. The professionals at East Coast Tile and Flooring offer the largest selection to assist architects, designers, and homeowners on any size project in all price ranges. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the quality, knowledge, and expertise you need. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Now on Coast TV News.
The very dry conditions continue for Delmarva with high pressure in control. A cool down is in store for the end of the week with a dry and cooler weekend. I'll have the details coming up.
Baltimore Avenue in Rehoboth Beach is getting busier, and I'll give you the details about the Belhaven's approval for off-site parking on this street.
Dagsboro decides on their drink times. We have the vote on an ordinance that was attempting to reduce the hours of adult beverages sales.
Proactive water plan as Seaford officials look to keep it safe to drink.
This is Coast TV News Today.
October 22nd, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Time is 6:29. It is a Tuesday morning, and it looks like, Paige, sunny and 75 or more again.
Yeah, definitely. But don't forget, it is chilly this morning. So if you get cold easy like I do, you definitely want that jacket, something you can take off easy in the afternoon when you leave work, when you leave school, wherever you're going. So we're going to bring in Bob right now. Bob, you mentioned earlier the 7-day looks like a roller coaster, and I couldn't agree more.
It is up and down. Unfortunately, a dry period continues for the area, Paige. And good morning, Delmarva. It's one of those days you'll have to layer up and then peel off the layers throughout the day. It's a chilly start. 48 in Seaford, 44 in Delmar. Checked my home station in Millsboro, 47 there. 57 in Rehoboth, 57 in Bethany Beach. So a little milder at the beaches as the winds are calm. Just a little breeze at the coast. Looking at clear skies, watch out for a little bit of fog. Nothing all that impressive. That will burn off quickly. Otherwise, it's back to the same old weather pattern, looking at high pressure, and that will keep us high and dry. So this morning it's chilly. Temperatures in the 40s. Maybe a little extra time to get to work, warm up the car a little bit. But then by mid-morning, 50s and low 60s. By 12:30, already into the mid-70s, up and down the 113 corridor. 74 in Delmar, but 60s at the beaches. And by 3:30, it might be cooler from Dewey Beach to Fenwick Island. Only 60s, maybe close to 70 there. While inland, we're into the mid to upper 70s. Georgetown and Millsboro, Seaford 78, and I'm sure some places will be hitting 80 degrees as we go into the afternoon and then cooling down into this evening. And make sure the kids are layered up out the door. It will be chilly, 48 as they grab the bus off to school, and make sure you stop when you see that little stop sign pop out on the bus. Heading home, they can carry all those heavy clothes because it'll be warm, sunny and warm, sunshine and 80 degrees.
Thank you, Bob. For the past few years, a builder's been trying to build a hotel called the Belhaven right above that Candy Kitchen on the Rehoboth Beach boardwalk.
And now plans for the project moving forward. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is live in Rehoboth Beach. And Elisa, offsite parking was recently approved for the hotel.
Yeah, Matt and Paige, I'm currently on Baltimore Avenue at the site where that off-site parking could be built. And we say off-site because the Belhaven Hotel is supposed to be built a couple streets over on Rehoboth Avenue and Wilmington Avenue. And the city recently approved a variance that eliminates the requirement for all of the hotel's parking to be on site. And this will actually give the hotel the opportunity to add an additional 15 rooms to the original 19 already approved. Here on Baltimore Avenue, the hotel can have up to 29 parking spots, and there will be up to 78 on-site underground on Rehoboth Avenue. Another hotel is looking to go on Baltimore Avenue, which means there will be more cars on this street, and people expressed fears at the public meeting about that. But one business owner on Baltimore Avenue says that this change could actually be good for the street.
Because it's a very quaint street. But I also like the idea of having it here, so that means a lot more foot traffic on our little street that a lot of people aren't aware that Baltimore Avenue exists. So just make it pretty and subtle visually.
The board says the maximum number of hotel rooms the hotel can have is 107, and the date as to when construction is supposed to start has not been announced yet. Back to you.
All right, Elisa, thank you so much. Now limiting the hours Dagsboro businesses can sell alcohol. That was up for a vote Monday night by Town Council.
What was considered is this: having last call be at 11 p.m. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us the decision that was ultimately reached.
Last call for Dagsboro will not be changing anytime soon.
Everybody's just having a good time.
The town council met Monday, where ultimately they decided to vote down an ordinance that would have shortened the window in which alcohol sales are allowed. So where do the rules stand? Bars and restaurants can start serving booze at 9 a.m., and they have to stop serving at 1 a.m. David Elliott owns Delmarva Billiards and Sports Bar, and he's thrilled with how things have shaken out.
From a financial perspective, you know, if they do change the times, it's going to be a burden on everyone, not just us, every other establishment. But if they do keep it in place, and which we hope they do, you know, it would be a relief.
While the hours haven't changed, fines for violating the current rules have been beefed up. Any establishment caught selling before or after the set times will be hit with a $1,000 fine for the first offense. Second offense is $2,000 and a week's suspension of their liquor license. Third offense, $5,000 and a 6-month suspension.
The town should isolate the problem directly, as we've discussed before, through the penalty system that's going to be brought up tonight.
While the fines are something for business owners to pay close attention to, Biani Cordoba, who owns La Dama Mexican Restaurant, is just relieved the hours are staying the same.
No, I'm so happy. You know, I can't emphasize anymore to God and to everybody that supported for having the hours stay the same. nothing will change.
For some, tonight's ruling will be a reason to raise a glass and toast to good fortune, an outcome influenced by dozens of people who went to a town council meeting to fight for their right to party. Since the hours in which businesses are legally allowed to sell alcohol are not changing, that means places like Delmarva Billiards and La Dama are able to stay open the same amount of time. But that just means they'll have to be extra careful to not sell any alcohol after 1 a.m. or they might be facing some pretty big fines. In Dagsboro, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
New this morning, being proactive when it comes to its water. That's what Seaford officials are attempting to do if they can get money from the state of Delaware. A vote by Mayor Matt McCoy and the City Council could take place tonight. This would approve their ability to receive $300,000 from the state of Delaware Department of Health and Social Services Division of Public Health. And this will be used to conduct a feasibility study to test for water contaminants and to build test wells. Seaford officials say the goal is to develop a treatment policy for potential contaminants in the city's water.
Happening tonight, Lewis could be taking the next step on its bike plan, as recommendations to it will be reviewed by the Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee. Short-term plans that could see action are on West 4th Street with the placement of markings on that road. Similar action being proposed for a section of 3rd Street, along with improving where it intersects with Savannah Road. Then for Bay Avenue, the committee is recommending signs to direct cyclists to and from Savannah Road and intersection improvements to Sussex Drive in the area of that elementary school.
With 2 weeks to go till Election Day, former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan making an appeal to Hispanic voters. Hogan dropping this out on Monday. It features a testimonial from Centro de Habla Hispana CEO DeAndre Aguila. She runs a business in Prince George's County. That's where his opponent, Democrat Angela Alsobrook, is the county executive. According to the Washington Post, reporting in 2018, Hogan received 48% of the Hispanic vote in his successful bid for re-election as governor.
Alsobrooks was on the campaign trail over the weekend. This is video of her and fellow Democrat Maryland Governor Wes Moore. Could end up being the most expensive Senate campaign in Maryland history. Alsobrooks has a slight edge right now over Hogan, having raised over $43 million.
And early voting in Maryland begins in just 2 days. It will run through Halloween. Voting hours each day will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. There's one location in Worcester County. It's in Ocean City, the Powell Convention Center. But for a full list of Eastern Shore sites, that can be found on the Coast TV News app and website. Got a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead this morning, we're talking rain ravaging Italy, the dangerous situation being dealt with there by first responders.
Also, Jackson 5, big night for the Ravens and their MVP quarterback against the Buccaneers.
And Code Purple helping the homeless, how these tents are getting used to get people back into society. Stick with us on Coast TV News today.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in appliances, to ensure that you not only get the best product for your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
It's always fun bringing clients into Delmarva Design Center. No matter how much they want to spend, there's always an option for people to pick something that they like.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
We know Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, owing $59,000 in back taxes.
And she's now getting a deal. No penalties and a 25% reduction in interest.
Now the New York Times reports Alsobrooks lied on official mortgage documents, and Alsobrooks was sued twice for not paying her bills. Thousands in water, sewer, and other expenses. What scandal will they report next? Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Get ready, Delmarva. Excitement and incredible savings have arrived at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $3,200 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,300 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Just about 6:40 on our Tuesday morning. Beautiful sunrise on the Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. A little shaky, a little twitchy, not having an earthquake, just maybe some vibrations. Looking at sunrise at 7:18, so getting later and later. 44 in Delmar right now, 48 in Seaford, 50 in Georgetown. Millsboro 47, 57 in Rehoboth, 57 in Bethany Beach. Winds are calm right now as we're looking at clear skies, and once again, it's that rinse-repeat forecast. The dry weather continues as high pressure continues to build in, giving us quiet weather. Here's our golf forecast. The putt goes right in the cup. That means fantastic weather. A chilly start. Make sure you bundle up this morning, but then sunny and warm this afternoon, right around 81 degrees. And in case you missed it, our umbrella giveaway winner is Alan Norman from Georgetown. Alan, I hope you have a chance to use your umbrella sometime soon, but probably not through the rest of October. Congratulations from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
So much. Some developing news now in Lewis, where tents can be seen off of Route 1 near that old Troop 7 building. Those tents have been put up by Code Purple to house the homeless for the next 45 days. Code Purple says that this tent village aims to have structure and rules, and that most people in those tents were actually living in the woods next door.
And remember, we started this because of a sanitation issue. So we knew them living in the woods without trash facilities and without toilet facilities. It was becoming a health problem, right? That's when we contacted the state and said, look, we need to address this issue.
This village will be open until November 30th, where those living will then move to a shelter for the rest of the winter.
Ravens offense, it's been on quite a roll of late, averaging over 33 points a game during a 4-game win streak that they brought into Tampa Bay. And last night, the Buccaneers defense, it did not have an answer. Ravens, they actually trailed at one point in this game, 10-0. And then in the second, Lamar Jackson dumps it to Mark Andrews, and the Ravens are on the board. Later in the quarter, here's a screen pass to Justin Hill. Hill gets a wall of blockers to the end zone, and the Ravens have their first lead, 14-10. This is the play that basically put the game away right here. Third quarter, Jackson loads it up, and there is Rashad Bateman, 49 yards for the score. Hey, let's make it 5 in a row for the Ravens. 5 touchdown passes on the night for Jackson. 41-31 win over the Bucs.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The field hockey season is winding down across Delmarva. Lake Forest is having a solid season, and they're trying to keep it rolling with its third straight win. Up in Felton, Lake Forest hosting Caravel Academy. Caravel corner attempt hits a Lake Forest defender in the foot for the foul, earning the Buccaneers a penalty stroke, and Haley Haynes steps and lifts it perfectly into the corner of the net. Caravel strikes first. It's 1-0. To the second, Lake's Miley Wilkie finds Rylan McCloskey with the reverse sweep, and Lacey Houston is on the rebound, slamming it into the backboard to tie the game at 1. Same score in the third. Spartans corner, Carmela Gannon to Ella Robbins. Spin, dodge, and pass to Bryn String. Her shot is finished by Ashley Robbins. Lake up 2-1, but Caravel wasn't done. In the fourth, Haynes evades 2 defenders, then drills this drive to the left corner of the backboard. Game tied at 2 to 7-on-7 overtime. Caravel on the move with a chance in the circle, ends up with Abigail Lum, who pushes it to the left corner of the cage. Caravel wins it in overtime, 3-2. The Spartans rack up the regular season on Thursday against Indian River. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And tonight on DSN at 6, it is the Bayside Conference Field Hockey Championship game. That is live, folks, followed by the Bayside Conference Boys Soccer match at 10:30, the final score. Over on the DSN Plus app, the Bayside Conference Field Hockey Championship game can also be viewed there, but here are your DSN Plus exclusives. It's all Handle Open Conference Boys Soccer, folks, starting at 5:30. That's when Laurel visits Delmar. At 6, Sussex Central takes on Dover. 6:30, Sussex Tech at Cape.
Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Here's what's happening today at 4 on Coast Life.
Well, for our military families, finding and managing a home can be a little difficult, but we know the real estate company that can answer all your questions.
And did you get your candy yet for Halloween? Did you get the mini ones or the good size candy? We're going to see what people prefer in our great debate.
Judging by your answer, I think I know which one is your preferred candy.
You do.
And we've also got some dance moves to show off for you. That's also coming up later on today.
Sounds fun. All that and more today at 4 on Coast Life.
And coming up, sinkhole scare as the flooding situation in Italy, it becomes dangerous.
Beautiful start to the day on the Boardwalk Plaza Cam, Atlantic Ocean, red sky. It's another dry day for Delmarva with warm conditions. In fact, the dry weather continues for the foreseeable future with up and down temperatures as we go through time. I'll have your full forecast coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Make sure your neighborhood feels like home with landscaping and property services by Herker Property Maintenance. We combine science and art to create and maintain the landscape masterpiece you've always dreamed of. We can handle the largest developments and commercial properties all over and provide a consistent data evaluation to keep your property perfectly maintained. Clean, innovative, fast, reliable, from landscaping to pavement services and everything in between. Take an innovative approach with Herker Property Maintenance.
We're bringing bright hope to Delaware by creating opportunity. As Secretary of Labor, I focused on preparing the workforce of tomorrow. And in Congress, I've worked to strengthen career and technical education. Jobs that might not require a four-year college degree, but do require skills. With jobs like these, together we can build the workforce of today and tomorrow. I'm Lisa Blunt Rochester, and I approve this message because our opportunities should be limitless.
These fields are empty now, but soon they'll be alive.
Some teams can only dream to play it because they can't afford it. And that is why Toyota is sponsoring Delmarva's Dream Team.
We're looking for teams from any sport and any level. Each month, your Delmarva Toyota dealer will give one local team a $1,000 grant. And after the year, one finalist will receive an additional $3,000.
Nominate your dream team at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
DSN's Delmarva's Dream Team, sponsored by your local Toyota dealer.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love, totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
It is 6:47 on your Tuesday morning. We're going to go now, take a live look at Lewis. Sun is on its way up, Bob, and it's going to bring a little bit more warmth, but we all know not too many clouds are going to fill in that sky today.
No, not too many clouds. And, it's a nice day, but, we've seen so many days of sunshine, Paige. It's getting to be a problem, obviously, with the dry streak we have in place and the drought conditions. 25 days now since we've had measurable rain. That was back on September 27th. We only picked up 1,300s. The record is 34 days, and we're going to be climbing up this list that we're looking at. These are the top 5 driest periods. The first one's 34 days, and it goes down to 27 days. So in a couple of days, we'll be moving up this chart and could be number 1 here before we know it, because it looks like it will be dry through the rest of October. 6 to 10 day forecast, basically through the rest of the month of October. It's looking drier than normal, and I'm not seeing any rain as we go through the next several days, and maybe the beginning of November is when we could see rain. 47 in Redden, 44 in Delmar right now, 48 in Seaford. So chilly inland areas. Warm up the car and make sure you bundle up out the door. 57 Bethany Beach and Rehoboth. We have light winds right now. There could be a little bit of patchy fog. Otherwise, clear and dry across Delmarva, all across the East Coast, as well as high pressure has been dominant, and it continues to be as we go through time. The only weather system we're seeing is a front across the plains right now. A little swirl of clouds and precipitation here. There will be a stronger front that will make its way our way by Thursday, bringing wind and cooler temperatures, but nothing in the way of precipitation, unfortunately. Here's future Futurecast this morning, we're in the 40s and 50s, and you'll be peeling off the layers throughout the day because we have a big warm-up. 50s and low 60s by mid-morning. By noon, we're into the low to mid-70s, around 75 in Long Neck, but then only 64 in Dewey Beach. It will be chillier at the beach location, so keep that in mind. But inland, upper 70s, maybe lower 80s around Millsboro and Georgetown. So these temperatures might be running a little cool. And then we're seeing temperatures cooling off as we go through the overnight with clear skies. Could see some high clouds by tomorrow morning. That could keep temperatures up a little bit along the coast into the lower 60s. Otherwise, 40s and 50s. And another mild Wednesday on the way with temperatures into the upper 70s. Cooler at the coast. And then changes on Thursday with a cold front. Wind shift to the northwest. Our high temperatures could be in the morning, and we could be falling into the 50s throughout the day. In fact, by the afternoon, we're only in the lower 60s with much cooler conditions. So we're looking at the warmth now, but then that little pocket of chilly air builds in as we go in towards the end of the week. And then it looks like it does start to warm up again a little bit into the beginning of the weekend, and then another cool down. So roller coaster temperatures on the way as the dry weather continues. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 81 today, 79 Wednesday, and then that cool down with highs only into the 60s on Thursday. It could actually be in the 50s much of the day on Thursday. Friday sunshine, 69, and then changes for the weekend. 72 Saturday, back to 62 on Sunday behind another front, and then chillier into Monday and staying dry, mostly sunny and 64.
Hey, Bob, since Sunday afternoon, firefighter teams have been working in the Calabria region of Italy to deal with the damage caused by rain, and you can see some of the damage it has done to this road. Just take a look at this. A car was sucked into a sinkhole. It's one of approximately 40 rescue operations Italian responders have had to work on due to this rain and flooding. Italian Public Radio reports all passengers inside that car are safe.
A reminder now for those in the Indian River School District, the district is still accepting donations for those impacted by Hurricanes Milton and Helene. Right now, canned food, buckets, blankets, bandages are just a few of those items being accepted. Donations will be accepted at all district schools until Thursday. Right now, time is 6:51, and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Today's coastal pet of the day is Delilah, or the Duchess of Sussex. It says Sussex. I inserted county earlier, but Delilah is almost 2 years old, and Delilah was sent to us by Sonia in Milton.
Very cute picture there. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos just like that one and tell us what makes them so special.
You can click on that QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friends to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
We've got a beautiful sunrise in progress in Laurel right now, 46 for you. Sun's on up till 7:18. We'll see a big warm up after a chilly start, and it will be dry with warm conditions the next couple of days. The dry weather continues for the foreseeable future. We will have some cool downs as we head through time. Your 10-day forecast through Halloween is next.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood. The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the George H.P. Smith Park at DuPont and Johnson Avenues in Lewis every Saturday from 8 to noon.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
The people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is committed to helping the communities that we are proud to power. We offer the lowest electric rates in the state and give millions of dollars in rebates to members during the holiday season. Each year, we offer hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding to local nonprofits. Safety programs teach students how to be safe around electrical equipment. And through educational opportunities and scholarships, we are empowering the next generation of co-op members. DEC is proud to keep the lights on, but prouder still to invest in the communities we serve.
It is 6:54. It's time now for some things you need to know before you go. Dagsboro Town Council voted not to change the hours of alcohol sales. A proposed ordinance would have limited the hours for bars and restaurants to 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Delaware law states alcohol is allowed to be sold between 8 a.m. and 1 a.m. And we will have more on what went down at Dagsboro coming up later on other Coast TV News shows.
Search and rescue operations are underway in Roswell, New Mexico after historic rainfall triggered flash flooding over the weekend. At least 2 people are dead. Hundreds more had to be rescued as fast-moving water overtook parts of the city. It swept through homes, flipped vehicles, left mounds of mud and debris behind. According to the National Weather Service, nearly 6 inches of rain fell in a matter of hours. It's higher than the previous record that was set back in 1901.
Being proactive when it comes to its water, it's what Seaford officials are attempting to do if they can get money from the state of Delaware. A vote by Mayor Matt McCoy and City Council could take place tonight to approve their ability to receive $300,000 from the state of Delaware Department of Health and Social Services Division of Public Health. This will be used to conduct a feasibility study to test its water for contaminants and to build test wells.
If you ride the buses in Ocean City, you might have noticed it's taking a little longer to pick you up. And last week, the Ocean City Council debated new ways to hire more part-time drivers for next summer. Ocean City had fewer drivers this year compared to 2023. The town is now considering increasing pay, stepping up recruiting efforts. Council hopes that by adding these incentives for part-time drivers that there will be more for next summer. And that could lead to quicker pickup times.
Sounds pretty good. All right, it's 6:56 now. Time for a look at your forecast before you head out your door.
I got a feeling, Paige, that Bob's going to tell us something about dry conditions today. Just color me crazy on that one.
Really? What was the tip-off? Yeah, just had a hunch. I know. You know, we've had 25 straight days of dry weather, and the streak continues really for the foreseeable future, probably through the end of the month. Now, big temperature swing today. We're starting out in the 40s and 50s. That's a function of dry air. So bundle up this morning. Then you can shed those layers throughout the day, warming up with sunshine. And by afternoon, I think many inland locations into the lower 80s, but cooler 60s and 70s at the beaches. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, another mild day for Wednesday, 79. And then it's breezy and chilly on Thursday, a high of 67, but likely falling temperatures throughout the day. By Friday, still lots of sunshine, 69 degrees. And the weekend, dry and some changes. Mild on Saturday, 72, partly cloudy, and then sharply cooler on Sunday, 62. And then we're cool to start next week around 64. And then warming up through the 70s. And right now, Halloween, guess what? Looking dry and 76. Looks like we're dry right through October. Hopefully some rain as we start November.
Fingers crossed, Bob. Thank you. And thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News today.
The Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
We'll be back with Coast TV News midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Tuesday morning, everybody.